Welcome back to Legends, the Untold Story. I'm Anthony Newbold speaking with Deepak Bhattanagar. I was saying you're pretty busy over there at the Hotel Corp.
Right. Yes, Lord, it was 80s, all 80s were years where there was a lot of action, lot of things happened.
Yeah, because Linden took back the Hotel Corp in 1987.
87, yes.
So Baltron was the chief executive officer,
Yes.
right?
Right.
And you became the youngest financial controller of any corporation.
In 1988, under the leadership of that time Baltron Bethel, and now is Sir Baltron Bethel, I always consider myself very fortunate that I got to meet him as the chief executive officer. It was under his leadership I was appointed the financial controller of the Hotel Corporation. I was only 36 at that time, so I was the youngest ever controller appointed for any government corporation, and that too of Hotel Corporation, which was at one time had the assets of $500 million those days.
Yes. Yeah. And you were in the middle of, really they were going on your advice and the financial models that you constructed.
Yes, we had a lot of challenges, and I think one of the things what happened in 1989, we had a very big setback in that Resorts International, the owners of Paradise Island, they declared bankruptcy. But bankruptcy was declared on their American parent company in Atlantic City. And Freeport, the Paradise Island has always been a very profitable operation. And those days I used to, if I recall correctly, they used to say that they used to take out something like $20 to $25 million out of Paradise Island into the Atlantic City operations. So when the bankruptcy was declared, this government was very rightly concerned that the monies are not siphoned off from here, and if they are not able to survive, then what will happen to the Paradise Island? So we, under the leadership of Sir Linden and Baltron Bethel, we monitored the bankruptcy proceedings, and we made sure that Paradise Island come out unscathed, unharmed, and from all this bankruptcy proceedings.
Must have been some interesting conversations, to say the least.
Yes, very much so, and that was the time the Paradise Island was really put on sale, because I think that is what the lenders wanted in order to come out of the Chapter 7 or 11 what time. I think one of the conditions was the Paradise Island should be sold. And finally, I think either 90 or 91, Sol Kerzner came out.
Right.
And he looked at the Paradise Island. He saw it as a very good operation. He wanted to take it over. But Paul Adderley, who was the chairman that time, and Sir Linden as the Prime Minister, they felt the time was not right for Mr. Kerzner to take over the Paradise Island, because there was, as you know, wide rampant apartheid in South Africa. In 92, when FNM came to power, they could see that perhaps there is a possibility that Mr. Kerzner could take over. And actually it happened in 1993 when Mr. Mandela took over as the Prime Minister of South Africa, and apartheid was dismantled. So at that time Bahamas government was able to negotiate the sale of Paradise Island to Mr. Kerzner.
How difficult was that? Was it?
It was difficult. It was difficult, and I think it was a very big decision the government made that time, because people always thought that Mr. Kerzner perhaps will buy this and take advantage of its position and raise money, and then we leave. And I think it was a very genuine concern on their part. And it was also at that time felt as if it was being given too much concessions. But history is for there everyone to see what happened, what the role Atlantis has played. I think our casino law, that sale of the Paradise Island required the approval because the casino was involved. It required the approval of the hotel corporation. So we were able to use that to the advantage. We brought a lot of conditions of development of hotel rooms, employment. We were able to all negotiate because of that. And this third or fourth phase of the Paradise Island has meant some $3-4 billion into a small country like ours.
Yeah.
I go to these conferences, I see my other people from the Caribbean. They really envy us because what we have, or the kind of project Atlantis is.
Yeah. So two of the biggest projects in years you were involved in some way. In first the Cable Beach property, and then of course the sale of Atlantis. But going back to 1994-95, go back to Grand Bahama, because you and the Hotel Corp end up selling 2 properties.
I think it was the mandate of the FNM government in 1992 to privatize all the hotels. They wanted, Hotel Corporation of course was incurring losses in Freeport, in other places. Casino money was coming in, but the hotels were making losses. So the government felt that we should get out of the hotel industry. Government should get out of the hotel industry. My role changed from development of the hotels to privatize the hotels. 1994, the Ambassador Beach Hotel was sold to John Issa, the super clubs. And in 1995, what was the Royal Bahamian Hotel, former Balmoral Beach Hotel, was sold to Mr. Butch Stewart, the Sandals. Both the hotels sale meant a lot of capital infusion. Both the hotels were upgraded.
How do you respond to criticism that they were given away?
Well, those days, practically all hotels were on sale in the Bahamas. Paradise Island was on sale. Every hotel was on sale. It was not the best economy, even in the U.S. And there were no takers.
Yeah.
There were no takers. Government didn't have the money to put in the hotel. And then there were a lot of jobs at stake. The government ensured by the sale of the hotel, as sale agreements, that they will have so many jobs. So government looked to the interests of the people. Government ensured that they will put up so much money in their development. The under 200 room hotel, what was Royal Bahamian Hotel, is now a 400 room hotel.
Yeah.
And same way, Ambassador Beach Hotel was upgraded. It is one of the very good super club hotel in the region. And I think that time came, we had difficulties about the Freeport. Especially Princess was the only successful hotel casino in Freeport. All other hotels were losing money. And we were always trying to find some buyers. So it was like sometime in '97 that we found buyers for the what was the Holiday Inn that time, and the Lucayne Beach Hotel, the Lucayne Bay Hotel, the Lucayne Harbor in Marina. Lucayne Bay and Lucayne Harbor was sold to a Dutch national, I can't remember the name, Mr. Peterson, Mr. Christensen, and he upgraded those hotels. And then Lokayan Beach was sold to Hutchinson Whampoa. I think the vision of the Prime Minister that time, Mr. Ingram, was that they are called five Pacific Tigers. Hutchinson Whampoa, Jardine, and all these. There are well-known five tigers. Like there are 30 big companies, known as Dow companies, Dow Jones companies. There are five tigers. So Hutchinson Whampoa was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
It was the vision of Mr. Ingram those days that by bringing in Hutchinson Whampoa, we will be able to bring those other four there because they follow each other.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that did not happen, and Hutchinson Whampoa later on took over a stake in Port Authority.
Right.
They also took stake in the port. So I can't say whether that happened because they bought the Lokayan Beach, but
Their presence,
their
their
presence
is here. So
their presence is here. Yeah.
Freeport, all of Grand Bahama, that just fell apart. As you said, you didn't have a choice but to try and do something to sell those hotels down there.
Yeah, I think there was too much reliance on Princess Hotel and Casino. They were very profitable. That was a very profitable operation. But Princess was owned by Londro, and Londro was more a mining company. They were making enough money in their mining. They didn't have to be in hotels.
Right.
So they wanted to really get out of the hotels, and this was a profitable hotel, so they were able to sell it. Unfortunately, that sale did not work out because the person who bought it didn't have vision, and a vision like Princess had. Didn't have those managerial skills, and finally they got out of it, and they left the Princess, the hotel and casino in the hands of receiver, the Lehman Brothers.
Yeah.
And with that,
Who also didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
We're going to talk some more. We're going to jump ahead, but we got to take this break, and we'll be back with more Legends, the Untold Story. Deepak Bhatnagar after this.